chis the eye. Then Bodhisattva Tongmai Sangpa said in the 37 practice. So, want to remember the first word exactly. I will remember the rest part, but rest words, but first one, exactly. But what it's saying is that all the sufferings came from cherished eye. I mean, that's the meaning, essence. And next one is, I remember, Zawe Sanje Shenben Semle Chung. The Buddha, the full enlightenment, I mean the Buddhahood came from cherishing others, toward benefiting others. That means cherishing others. Zawe Sanje. Buddhahood. Came from total benefit of others. Therefore, to free limitless sentient beings from samsara, to be free from samsara. For that, then generate bodhicitta, Chandra Sanjay, Jasel Halin, and therefore the general bodhicitta is the practice of the Bodhisattva. All like that. So all the sufferings, all of the sufferings came from the mind seeking one's own happiness. Seeking one's own happiness, the self-chasing thought. Dunga tamche rande dole chung, zawe sangye shenpe semle chung, teche taye semje dachi Chanju Sanjay Jasil Halin. All that. So anyway. So look at that. So I was saying, yes. So all the problems that you have in the life all come from that. So that's like so difficult to achieve even the happiness of this life. So like that. So, good-hearted. No question is the bodhicitta, but even just very good-hearted people, and then do the work regards oneself and others, and do the work for others. So, or do the work for others, you see, to accomplish the happiness of others. Then by the way, all the works of self will succeed naturally. It happens. One action, true success. That's actually benefit of the good heart. So then working for just for self-changing thought, then yes, as a Buddha the ascended ever said, you see, even to achieve happiness in life, some obstacles, what is difficult to achieve, what else that? So that's the wise one, who lives a life normally in that way. So the wise one. So you see, so it's done with good heart, benefit others. So therefore, day and night, always you create good karma all the time. Even the person doesn't know about good karma. Even that person doesn't know about that's the person's attitude, you know. Always working for others. So for many people. So your work is just comes by the way, succeed. Sorry. In this time, this one time we received today, practice the human body, the spiritual practice the human body. Then I met with the Dharma, I met with his friends. Many with assistants, many qualified with his friends. Revealing Dharma was the whole complete path to enlightenment. Who able to reveal complete path to enlightenment. So that we are so unbelievable, most fortunate this time. So fortunate. That you can, at least, even you don't get realization, but at least you can prepare. Put the imprinted, so make so close to realization of the path to enlightenment. Sooner or later than to achieve enlightenment for sentiments. So not just next life, then after this, not just reborn Lord, then and even samsara, free samsara from samsara, not even that. And then not fall in the wrong nirvana, and achieve great nirvana, full enlightenment, free the numberless sentiments from the ocean samsara suffering, bring them to Buddhahood. Therefore, to achieve full enlightenment, to do that perfectly, and so therefore I'm going to listen to that teaching. Then, the righteous conduct of others, the motivation power, motivation, the dharma motivation was the dharma to bodhicitta. Then also write to the conductor, listen, then need to listen to teaching. Yeah. So as I mentioned yesterday, the qualities, the general, that the virtuous friend, like that, then say, then I tell, sorry, myself don't have those qualities. Yeah, so, then I sorry. Yeah, then I may have some extra, extra things to teach some of you, some things which you don't have, I have, some things you don't have, and I have to teach that, like that, I might have to some of you. Yeah. Like that. So the prayer, I mentioned those 3 prayers, as I mentioned, suggested. So important every day to make the prayer. So important from your side. Those 3 prayers I will suggest. So if you don't know what are the 3 prayers, you ask each other. And those who knows, and ask each other. So important. So you see, you have to create karma from now on to up to enlightenment. Not only this life, also next life, there's so hundreds, millions, billions, you see, you have to create a cause or success, spiritual success. I mean, that's what up to enlightenment, you have to pray. So you see, that prayer, those prayer. So all of that, you can't. So you have to create cause from your side for success, spiritual success, dharma success. My mother, she told me in the caves, she clean or she makes water from like bottle lamps. Then she says she makes a prayer for me in the morning, afternoon, evening. So she says, may the sun shine on the snow mountain. Something like that, I don't remember exactly. Say, may I, then the culture, I think I think means it's like that. The my life will become like sunshine, like Mount Everest, like snow mountain. So that's the example. She didn't say example, but that's what example. Then I think it's probably one to control the whole world or something like that. But I thought she's making useless prayer. I didn't know at the beginning, but for a long time she was doing useless prayer. I thought kind of I made a bit of fun. But then later, you see, when the Rinjung Gyatsa text, the Muritzama, you see the practice. There, you see, you visualize that Muritzama deity goddess in the sun, in the morning when the sun shines. So you visualize that in the years, you recite this shadow means rise. Power shadow, magnificent rise. And then you pray the goddess Muritzama for to have all the success. 10 times you do it, there might be more than recite the mantra. I do not remember completely clear, but that's basically like that. You visualize the goddess Muritzama for success, and also I think to win over the court cases, particular. But I think you be able to visualize. Putting thread and needle on the goddess. I think something like that, I'm not sure. I think so that in the court case, you win the court case, so the other person cannot speak or something. Who's fighting to you, so control the other's speech, sort of. I think then you win the court case. Anyway, so there's a prayer like this for success. When the sun rises, you visualize the goddess Muritzama, or Muritzama, so the mantra. So you visualize the goddess in the sun. But with thread, I think that might be only with the court case, I'm not sure. So anyway, was success. So one student, one American student, the name is, he worked for in the board of the FMG and the board for organizers for many years. His name is Karuna, lived in Nepal. So always has to, at Bauda, he walked down to Bauda, from there he take taxi to Kathmandu. So he always recites this mantra to find the taxi. And then he get always taxi. By reciting this mantra, he get always taxi to go down Kathmandu. So, get it. So I saw that. So my mother's prayer, it remembered, and I didn't discover, it was not actually I made mistake. I made fun of that, but actually what she was praying is what it was the Rinjung Gyatsa, the Muritzama, the goddess. The sadhana, you see, the short practice in, so the shara pulsar, so you pray to succeed, to success, your wishes, that. So So I was surprised that the exile prayer was from there. Well, anyway, I told her at that time, the prayer doesn't make sense. You should pray. What prayer should make it? To succeed my Dharma practice in this life. Oh, I told her this. This is what you should pray. I'm sure. Of course, so far. Of course, what what I can do to the world, to benefit the world. I don't know. Well, each student and all that. So, of course, my mother's kindness with the bird. She gets a bird. She do carry. So, as I mentioned to you, 4 ways of kindness to the mother. So then I think also maybe due to her prayer, she prays in the morning, afternoon, evening time. Like that, she prays all the time. But she died a long time ago. Then she reincarnated as a monk. She advised the mother. I remember she was in the cave. The Sherpa lady came rolling, lives next to Lauto, Gamu, it's a place called, this hermitage called Ganu. So she was there. There's is a lay, not monk. My mother's incarnation's father, so father's father, so reincarnated. My mother's reincarnated to Lama Zopa, so the grandfather's name Lama Zopa. So he's one of the son of the previous Tame Lama, who was not a monk, Le Lama, who was always to retreat and to give initiations of like Long-La man, the Chinese mid-sitting, the Long-La man, white beards like that, bald head, and very good-hearted. So his son, then father of my mother's incarnation is his grandson, so grandson. That's my mother's incarnation father. So the wife came from Roaling, wife of the Lama Zopa's son. Came from Roaling. So she was in the cave, and my mother was telling her and giving advice. She was already pregnant. She was already pregnant. This is my mother's incarnation. They're already pregnant in her. So my mother was advising to her, don't go to other people's house to take food. Means to not get pollution. She was emphasizing very much to keep it clean and take care. Also advising very much to her. That I remember. So when that was, of course, sooner than my mother passed away, and then the Kasuri. So he was talking about Laudo. Didn't come to Laudo, but it was talking so much about Laudo. And then my sister went to Okata, the White Scout there. Then my mother's incarnation wear the kata on the neck for 7 days, day and night. And so that means so just the essence and the Katurea. Having waiting long time to meet my brother Sangje and my mother's friend, my mother's best friend Angpurwa, lived in Thame, where I was born, and Katurea. He is somebody who has, I think, a good heart. Help many people. So many people in the village, around, they respect him, they like him. So anyway, came one day when they went to see. So Angpurwa went to see incarnation at Ganu. So as soon as he sat down, then you see my mother's incarnation. He mentioned his name, Angpurwa. He can remember. He can remember his name, Angpurwa. As soon as he sat down, then my mother's the incarnation's mother to serve, I don't know, tea or wine or chang, I'm not sure what. So to serve, then the incarnation suddenly mentioned Angpurwa, mentioned name, and please have. So then Angpurwa grabbed him and cried, because the incarnation can remember, can recognize, can remember him. So then grabbed him, the Angpurwa grabbed the incarnation, they cried. That sort of thing. Then the other thing is, seems the cows and the animals my mother looked after before, so she could, I think, recognize the cows and that. Seems quite a bit of attention, like my mother. So anyway, so one surprising thing is that many things. So in the kitchen, he looked for things until he find the past life. Things belong to past life. So he look for until he find. So that's like that. Things belong to my mother in the past. So my mother collected the buttons. So not now, just before, much before, when I was before I went to Tibet, the buttons, the plastic buttons, so precious. So precious and regardless of precious in Sulukumbu. So my mother then still hold precious, you see. So there was a shirt. They took out the plastic buttons, collected in the bottle, somewhere left. Then my sister, who was nun, who is nun, and she made a shirt for incarnation to wear, yellow shirt. And then my mother's the plastic button, the plastic bottle was used for the shirt. And then when the shirt was put on incarnation, oh, he said, these are my buttons, my buttons. These are my buttons, he said. That's one memory. See, so many things you remember from past life. You know, whether this is my mother's reincarnation or not, there's no need debate. You know, he remembers so many things. Then you see, my mother has one prayer bowl that Lama Pasang made, so turn on a bed, you know, to turn the table. So, and then the incarnation, whenever it comes to Lauto, then he gives scarf to the prayer bowl, or he holds the prayer bowl, or all the time. So like that. Or on the first time when he came, he went around 7 times to Gomba outside. That's why my mother used to like that every day. So incarnation did that. Then came in, there was his own throne. Tables are carved by the famous artist, Sherpa artist. So the incarnation went to the throne to get blessing. Then I was sitting down below, down below. So he went to Dad to bend, then went to the altar. After that, he went to the altar, the long altar, and that to get the blessing. So this is how Mata used to do it. He did it exactly. So, then everybody offered kata, the scarf, to him. Only 2 people, he returned back to everybody, but only 2 people he didn't, he didn't return back. One was his father, and one was, there was one monk there called Tsudunuru. He's from there, but came down to Kapan to study. Then to help, then he came with us, Lama and me came to help with us. Although then he didn't get a flight. He waited Lula for quite some time, and then he didn't get a seat in the flight. So just because that. And then he had to stay at Laudo then. So then he's been staying Laudo up to now for so many years. But main thing what he does is he just only himself alone. He read Kanjur Buddha's teaching more than 100 volumes. He himself alone read for quite a number of years, and he's read now 7 times. He read all the Buddha's teachings, Kanjur, 7 times alone, and maybe now 8 times. I'm sure some of that. That's what he does, main thing. Sorry, I don't know, the conversation that might talk run out in my mother's life story. So, see, so many things you can remember, of the past lives. Like this. So that's, you see, My mother used to recite Om Mani Padme Hum 50 times a day, except the year that she was going to pass away, could not recite. She told me. So otherwise, in the past, she used to recite 50,000 times a day. So of course, this memory, you see, such this clear memory. You see, table. There's a table. So one atom of the table. There's so many atoms which the table has, but one atom. So there is benefit of the mantra, change the mantra. So one atom of the from the table is like that. So there's unbelievable skies of benefit, but this is one small thing, like atom of the table, like that. So you can remember so much of the past lives things. Then people, all the things who served, my mother. So do not feel shy. Immediately can talk. But new people, of course, are shy. But people that my mother met, then can remember, doesn't be shy. So like that, then my ideas to come to Kapan, we inaugurated incarnation, the enthronement we did to Kapan. And my idea is to study philosophy, Buddhist philosophy at Kapan. The teachings come from Narendra by great pundits in Tibet. So study the Buddhist philosophy. Learn Buddhism well. Then, of course, later when you practice, when you initiate, when you teach others, initiate or teach others your own practice. Of course, whichever sect, whichever sect you wish, you can do that. That was my idea. You see, but then you see, the parents didn't agree. Parents, of course, they are the grandfather, that. So they said, some Lama said, to go to Penryn, which is monastery of India, the Nyingma monastery. They said some Lama did observation, and father didn't allow to send to Kapan monastery to study Buddhist philosophy. So they wanted to send to South India. And then they asked me to write a letter asking the Rinpoche, Penryn Rinpoche, to help. So I did write the letter, and then I think in 15 days, after 15 days, there was wind blowing, or maybe thundering or wind blowing, and my mother's incarnation was playing outside, and then you see, he tried to go inside the room, then he fell down. His head knocked on the corner of the step, cement step at the monastery. So, then they were taken to the small hospital. And then they didn't want. They wanted to wait until Penryn Rinpoche comes. Because Penryn Rinpoche went away, not to the monastery. So then they didn't want to listen to me. So they were very upset, and So later they took to Bangalore, where bigger hospital, and couldn't help. Got a constantly fever and don't get better. Yeah, and after some time they brought to Nepal. No doctors could accept. No doctors accept the operation again. So my brother's wife's friend doctor accepted finally, and then operated, and then the little pieces of bones left there, skulls, pieces of skulls broke. They left there, do not clinch. So 3 more days got better, but then died, passed away. So it was wonderful child. I thought wonderful child. If it went in the hand of the good practitioner, monk, good practitioner, or good practitioner, in the hand of the good monk, so that this child will become excellent to life, monk life. That's what I thought. So when he was at the Kapan, whatever he says is so, for me, is so interesting. His voice, whatever he says. So I wanted to wait the next one because it's so interesting. So I want to wait the next chat, whatever he says, next chat, like that. So it's so interesting, it's so enchanting. I would say it was like that. His voice, his speech. But the interesting thing is, my mother, before she died, in my cave, in the cave, before she died, she was talking to the incarnation's mother, who was serving she or something, and she was pregnant. That part is very interesting. My mother didn't pass away yet. It's like you manifest. It's like you manifest. So, almost like that. Yeah. So no, was okay. Okay. So sorry, it took time. Yeah, I think kind of that great Telopa, great yogi Telopa advice. Mugu tatu ame muguin. Mugu tatu ame muguin. Oh, the ultimate faith, respect, is the devotion, respect to Guru, to one's own Guru. The meaning of that is whether the blessings of the 3 rare sublime ones, 3 rare sublime ones, I told you already, Buddha and Sangha, the blessings of the 3 rare sublime ones, whether you receive or not. whether the qualities of the realizations and the understanding, the knowledge of the teachings. Quality, the actualize the path, you see, qualities, the qualities of the qualities of the education, the teachings, and other one, the realization, the meaning. You see, you meditate, practice, then get realization, actualize in your heart. So, whether you generate or not, the qualities of the understand the teachings and the realizations. Independent to your own guru, that you actually see Buddha. You have a devotion, respect. Whether you have devotion, respect, whether you have devotion, respect or not, to your own guru, seeing Buddha. To your own guru, seeing Buddha. So whether you have that devotion and respect, whether you have that or not. So everything, receiving blessings of Buddha Dhamma Sangha within you, and also generating the qualities of realization, the scripture understandings, all depend on, everything depends on that. Whether you have a devotion, respect, that your own guru is seeing as Buddha. Kadamba Geshe Kara Kumchung mentioned. Kadamba Geshe Kara Kumchung. He said, Sambalishin Uttar Chilurang Semlechung Hadang Lama Kunjola Mota Wachishan. So there are, I don't know, 37 or the advice from Kadamba Geshe Kara Kumchung, and every Kasuri stanza at the end there's an ang like that. So here somebody in Uttar Chilurang Semlechung Hadan Lama Kunjala Muta Wachishan. So what he's saying here is Kasuri. Symbol, just like increasing wishes, wish grand jewel. Just like increasing wishes, wish grand jewel. The one I described. That's among the diamonds and sapphire, all that is the most precious. So see, by praying to that, you get all the needs for this life immediately manifest. So just like increasing wishes, which are jewel. Chilabranga Selejungs. Next verse. The blessing comes from within one's mind. Chilabranga Selejung. Lama controller Mojawatishan. Trudy Kasure. The deity guru, the three precious or three rare sumna ones. Then Mugutakwa Tishans do as a do intensive devotion, respect. Then it is mentioned about Drogetsangmachari. Yes, I mentioned one quotation, but I do not remember exactly words. So, Tsenden Jetan Tendil Machuna. Tsenden Jetan Tendil Machuna. Sudan Delta China Chetuju. Tenden Jetan Tendil Chuna. Drogo Niendo Songyan. Kase Chichayos. Drogo Niendo Songyan. Chichayos. So the Tenden the qualified Lord. Qualified, we decided to translate J, perfect one. Perfect one. Jitun, J, perfect one. Not venerable. J, perfect one. So, which Kasure has, Dhammakaya. That means it has, translate wisdom as boyness. Kasure. So that's the J meaning of ultimate meaning of J is that. So we decided to translate the perfect, the attendant, having all the qualities. Means having all the qualities. Having characteristics, having all the qualities, Jedang, Machuna, Sudan, if you didn't break the dependent arising, the connection, the guru, the qualified perfect one, then you break connection with anybody. Sudan, with anybody, you break connection. That's let it be. That doesn't matter. Let it be. Anybody other than Guru, if you break connection, doesn't matter. Let it be. So you see. Generally, because samsara, nature of samsara, people change. Friend, enemy, stranger, all change, So short time friend, then become enemy, or people changes, nature samsara, relationship changes. So anyway, the qualified perfect one, if you didn't break the dependent arising, dependent arising, the connection, the good connection, you see, then doesn't matter with the animal.